but angrily speaking to her father Daksha. And also with anger she is establishing certain principles and mentioning some factual aspects about the great personality Lord Shiva. The reason behind Sati presenting these facts is that Daksha was offending Shiva without any reason. So she wanted to tell Daksha that he is wrong. He cannot offend a great Vaishnava like Lord Shiva. And Sati also was playing the role of a great Vaishnavi, that she is arguing with a person who is otherwise trying to blaspheme a pure Vaishnava. There are some very important points Prabhupada is mentioning. The first point Prabhupada is telling is that Sati was presenting these aspects as a duty. Prabhupada says, Sati was a chaste woman and the wife of Lord Shiva. It was her duty to establish the elevated position of Lord Shiva, not only by sentiment, but by facts. So this becomes very obvious that Sati was not simply doing out of great attachment that my husband is being blasphemed. No, basically that may be one aspect, but major aspect is that she is a very exalted personality. In fact, she is the controller of material nature. With one simple order, that material nature would have destroyed Daksha. But she did not do that because Daksha was her father. She was maintaining all the norms and principles as required for a daughter to play a role with her father. So here we can see the very same blasphemous statements, offensive statements which Daksha had made against Lord Shiva. We see these statements made by Daksha in the chapter 2 of this canto. He was telling how Shiva is in the crematorium, he is smearing himself with ash of the cremated bodies, and he is wearing human skulls, the garland of human skulls, and his hair is scattered all over. His place of residence is crematorium. He was making he was blaspheming Shiva, telling that this is the person Shiva to whom I have given my daughter. So Sati is taking these very points and trying to tell Daksha that you think this inauspicious person Shiva having these inauspicious qualities, he associates with demons in the crematorium. Avasha Pishachaya. Lives with the demons, Pishachi, Bhuta, Pishachi, he lives with them. And he doesn't even have a proper hair kept. His locks of hair are scattered. Looks like a madman. And he is wearing human skulls. It all shows he is something very abnormal. This is what Daksha wanted to present. But Sati is taking very same point and trying to put forward an argument that yes, even though all these things looks like very abnormal for a person, but nevertheless, in spite of all these inauspicious qualities, what you can see is that Brahmadayas, they murda virdadati tat charanavashishtam. Even Brahma, great personalities like Brahma, they also honor him by accepting the flowers offered to his lotus feet. Tat charanavashishtam. they keep the flower offered to Lotus feet on their heads with great respect. Which means so much he is honored by even great demigods like Brahma, and you are telling he is inauspicious and is not to be respected. You think yourself very great. This is the argument which Sati is trying to put. So basically Sati was trying to establish the fact that it is no use for you to condemn a great personality like Lord Shiva. And Shiva has his own position, has his own exalted position. Right? So this Bhagavatam description like this is a very enlightening description for us. Prabhupada is stating once making the statement twice in the same purport, in the same paragraph. Prabhupada says, Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living entity. This is confirmed in all Vedic literatures. And the just reading of this description of Shiva, it looks like he is abnormal, he is a madman. But jumping to such conclusions will be our madness or our ignorance. So this is what Bhagavatam is trying to teach us. When we are trying to understand about a person, Bhagavatam is full of description of pure devotees, Bhagavatas, Mahabhagavatas. There are 12 Mahabhagavatas. Bhagavatam is full of description of these 12 Mahabhagavatas, 12 Mahajans. So Lord Shiva is one of them. Brahma also is one of them. So Bhagavatam, you can see description of the Mahabhagavatas, the different incidents which happened in their life in connection with Lord Krishna. Because Mahabhagavata's life is only full of devotion to Krishna, Vasudeva. So we can see that Bhagavatam is not having any other description other than these great personalities. So when Shiva's description is being given like this, we should understand that there is some reason for this. There is a obvious logic why Shiva is doing this. So that's why in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the author says, when a great Vaishnava does any activity which is ordinarily not understandable by common man, but they simply comment, oh, he's doing this, he's not supposed to be doing this. That is not proper. Vaishnaveda kriya mudra na vigneha pujiya. Vaishnava's activities cannot be assessed. Vaishnava's activities cannot be justified by your thinking, by your way of understanding that. Same is true with Lord Krishna's activities. So Lord Krishna and Lord's devotees, when they descend or when they perform their activities, we cannot simply use our common sense understanding to start judging, start making our assessment with regard to, oh, it should not have been like this, it should have been like that. It's like people commonly mock at Krishna. Prabhupada uses this word, mock, or make fun of Krishna. Oh, he was dancing with some other women in the dead of night. Without understanding the proper background of what is that activity, simply making a comment. This is the nature of a conditioned soul. This is what we have been reading, all these verses now. Fault finding. Fault finding tendency is so ingrained in our consciousness and understanding. We don't even leave Krishna, don't even spare Krishna and his devotees. It has become part of our nature. So, Sati is trying to point out this aspect in Daksha. Daksha is just a representative of the common man in the material world. how with so many defects in him, he's trying to boast himself as a very great man. I know everything. I can comment on anything and everything. This is what a common man thinks. Atmavat Mandir. Whatever I know about this world is what is the knowledge, he thinks. So here, Sati is trying to break that ignorance, illusion of Daksha, that Lord Shiva is not an ordinary person like you are thinking. He is very exalted personality. There are specifically, Sati is trying to give, rather Prabhupada is explaining in the Bhagavad about two wonderful aspects of Shiva's position. How Shiva is not an ordinary living entity. With all the descriptions which we have read so far, which Sati was putting forward, definitely proves beyond any doubt that Shiva is not an ordinary person. It may look like he is abnormal or mad, but there is a reason. If a person's very name, utterance of very name, can give you elevate to the standard of spiritual identification, how can he be an ordinary person? Prabhupada put forward this very same argument with Lord Krishna. You are thinking, or we assume Krishna an ordinary person. Simply if you surrender to Krishna, you can be free from Maya. Krishna says, confirm this. Daivi Yesha, Gunamai, Maya, Duratya, Mamaya Prapatyanti. Surrendering to Krishna will liberate you. How can he be under Maya's clutches? So very wonderful, sound logic. So Krishna emphatically mentions about such people in the Bhagavad Gita as Avajaranti Mamudha, Manushim Tanu Ashna, Param Bhava Vajaranto Bhuta Mahishwaram. So fools deride me when I descend in the human form. Because for ordinary people, when Lord Krishna personally descends, he may look like a very superhuman or some historical personality or some very great man, but he is none of them. He is beyond them. What Krishna wants to say. So understanding the transcendental position of Krishna from the light of scriptures as described by the Acharyas is what we are supposed to be doing. Seeing Krishna's and Krishna's devotees' activities in a proper perspective. So, Sati is trying to bring out that particular point because Daksha is already in the bodily conception of life. How will you know Shiva's transcendental position? You will again consider him to be like one of you, like one of the conditioned souls. This is your biggest mistake. So, one important point which Prabhupada is mentioning, 2 points as I told you. One point is Prabhupada is saying he is not on the level of ordinary living entity. In fact, description Prabhupada gives is that he is not Vishnu also, he is not living entity also. He is in between. We have been discussing on the qualities, the transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna. That is 100%. Then Vishnu Tattva have 94%. And then Shiva Tattva have around 84%. Then the Jiva Tattva has 78%. So which means he is not Vishnu Tattva, he is not Brahma, he is in between with regard to qualities. So he is neither on the level of Supreme Personality of Godhead nor on the level of ordinary living entity. Brahma in one sense is an ordinary living entity. Prabhupada very nicely says, the post of Brahma is mostly occupied by greatly pious living entities within the universe. So all the different devatas, Indra, Chandra, today's by Ganesha, so all these personalities, actually they are all posts. Post for certain time. Bhagavatam gives a vivid description how with every Manvantara, there are 14 Manvantaras in a day of Brahma. Manvantara is the duration of one Manus period of his ruling. So in a day of Brahma, which is 1000 cycles or 1000 kalpas, there are 14 manus. So right now we are in the 7th manvantara. And every manvantara has around 72 cycles of these 1000 cycles. So we are in the 28th cycle, Kali Yuga. And every manvantara has a set of devatas, has one set of, the Sapta Rishis. One of our Rishis Prabhupada was mentioning here. Like Marichi, Atri, Bhrugu, all these great sages. So every manvantara has these personalities. Not that every manvantara we have the same personalities occupying this post. No, it is different living entities who have been elevated to the topmost level of piety. They will occupy the post. Just like after every election, we have different people occupying the same post. Prime Minister, maybe some other person. Now, after election, some other person will occupy the post. It's like that. With every manvantara, the positions change. Other position means that the person who occupies the post changes. The post remains. So, Prabhupada is saying, Brahma also is a post. But Shiva is not a post. That's what Prabhupada is trying to clarify here. Generally, this post of Brahma is occupied with a greatly pious divinity who has a lot of punya. He will occupy the position of Brahma. If nobody is there, Prabhupada says, Vishnu himself expands into that post. In case nobody is there for that timing. It's like, there is some problem in some state with the chief minister, there is president's rule. It's like that. President himself will be monitoring what is happening in the state. So Krishna himself will be monitoring that particular universe with regard to taking Brahma's position until one living entity elevates to that position. So this is Shiva's position. So in one sense, Prabhupada is trying to explain us that Shiva's position is higher than Brahma. Even though it may look like apparently that Shiva was born from Brahma. Shiva's birth from Brahma is only a pastime of one particular incident. It's like Krishna's birth also. He is born of Devaki and Vasudeva, or he is born of Nanda Yashoda. This is how the great personalities, or especially Vishnu Tattvas, are appearing like. They are Aja, but they appear to be born. Similarly, Shiva's position is like that. He is not born. Just that pastime that looks like from Brahma's anger Shiva was born. One of the points. One of the pastimes. There are so many other ways in which Shiva was always existing. So here, Shiva's position is constitutionally higher than that of Brahma, even though he appeared as son of Brahma. So the point is, even Brahma is offering his respects to the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. This is the point. This is the position of Lord Shiva. He is so exalted that even Brahma is offering his prayers. So that way Shiva is not ordinary divinity. This is the first point. Second point Srila Prabhupada is mentioning is about how in the Puranas, many Puranas, especially is Shiva Purana, Shiva is glorified. Durga Purana, Durga is glorified, or some other Devata Purana, Skanda Purana, Kartikeya is glorified. Like that, different Puranas, different Devatas are so wonderfully glorified, elevated, such a high position that looks like he is same as Krishna. So Devata is as good as Krishna, looks like. But actually, carefully if you analyze the Purana, this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions while he is describing about different aspects of devotion to Sanatana Goswami. Alodhya Sarva Shastrani. If you analyze the Shastras very carefully, you come to a conclusion that even though apparently one Devata's position is being glorified and he is made as a very elevated personality, but the conclusion will be that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and in every scripture it is being confirmed. what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is confirming by his giving his instructions. So it is you have to carefully study the scripture, not simply externally just go through some things and don't go to details. So scriptures do point out that yes, different Puranas are there for different modes of nature of people. So it may look like apparently that one Devata is being glorified and looks like he is almost like Krishna, but no. Careful study will you come to the conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Lord. Where from this power for worship for Krishna is coming. So Prabhupada is very nicely explaining how in the Bhagavad Gita Krishna is giving this understanding to us. Right? Even though a person becomes devoted to a Devata, that devotion is also bestowed by Krishna. The devotion to that particular Devata, Krishna only is giving to that particular living entity. In the 7th chapter, Krishna mentions all these things. When a person is too much addicted to sense gratification, he will surrender to demigods. Kamaistesya jnana prabhasyante anya devata tam tam niyamam asthaya prakritya niyatasya. Then Krishna says, yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta shraddhaya jitam ichchati tasya tasyacharam shraddham tam ev vidham. I am in everyone's heart as Paramatma, Super Soul. As soon as one desires to worship the Devatas, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to some particular deity. Next Krishna says, even that vara which these Devatas give, the blessings which the Devatas give, I only give to the Devatas. And they give on my behalf to you. This is what Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita. Sadaya shraddhaya yukta sasya radhanami hate labate jatata kaman mayeva vihitan vihitan. So, the Devata Bhakta, when he goes and offers respects for some blessings, some mercy, and how does the Devatas fulfill the desires of the worshipper? Krishna says, these blessings, these whatever facilities which Devatas give you, is given by me to the Devatas offer in return to you. Krishna is offered by me alone. See, that way Krishna concludes, men of small intelligence worship the Devatas. Tantavattu phalam te laptesham tadhavati alpa vedasam. Because they want immediate, quick results. Like yesterday we were discussing. They want material results quickly. Temporary results they want quick results. So they worship Devatas. Devan devejo yanti mad bhakta yanti mamati. That way they worship Devatas and go to Devata planet, whereas one going to Shiva planet, Kailasa planet, worshipping Lord Shiva nicely, Shiva will train them how to go to Vaikuntha. This is what Bhagavatam describes. So this is the description here. That second point Prabhupada is making is about how Shiva position is so exalted that yes, description is there, but finally Shiva is not Vishnu. Shiva's position is inferior to Vishnu, but of course he is the topmost of all the Devatas. Amongst Devatas, he is even above Brahma. And one more wonderful description which Dharma Samhita gives, Prabhupada is mentioning here, the famous verse which we have heard today also morning we were chanting. Shiram yathadadi vikara vishesha yoga sanjayate nahirata prakatasti heto yashambhutam avidatha samupaiti karya govindamani purusham tamam bayami. Shambhutam, yashambhutam. Shambhu means Shiva. So Kshiram yathadadi vikara vishesha yoga. Kshira means milk, Dadhi means curds. So milk transformed into curds. Right? Both are milk products only. Vikara, when milk is touched by tamarind or some sour substance, it becomes curds. So even though milk and curds both are in one sense non-different, they both are milk products, but there is a difference. This is the difference between Shiva and Vishnu. Prabhupada describes. Curd is not different from milk. since milk is transformed into curd, in one sense curd is also milk. In one sense Shiva is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but in another sense he is not. So this is the description. Very nicely Prabhupada explains. Lord Shiva is considered to be like yogurt. Yogurt is nothing but transformed milk. Nonetheless, yogurt cannot be accepted as milk. Similarly, Lord Shiva holds almost all the powers of Lord Vishnu. 84% is not less. And he is also above the qualities of the living entity. But he is not exactly like Vishnu, just as yogurt, although transformed milk, is not exactly like milk. This is one more understanding of Lord Shiva. So he is a powerful personality, almost like Vishnu, having great powers, great qualities, but he is not Vishnu. And the description of the scriptures that he is, yes, almost like Vishnu, but he is not Vishnu. The second point which Prabhupada is trying to make. And finally, the last part of the purport, Prabhupada explains what was the reason Sati was trying to meet her father. Because in the previous chapter, apparently it looked like Sati was so overwhelmed with affection for her father and family members. That is not the reason. Prabhupada is giving the actual reason. Actually, Sati did not come to her father's home to participate in the yajna ceremony or yajna function. Rather, her reason to come there was to convince her father Daksha that your envy towards Lord Shiva is useless, not good for you, not good for Daksha. That was the main reason. See how a pure devotee, initially the reaction looks like he is overwhelmed with some affection towards the family. But actually her main reason was to convince her father and make him rather correct his attitude towards Lord Shiva. Right? This is exactly what we were discussing in the beginning, that a Vaishnava's actions in that way looks like, oh, why is he doing all these things? Like when Srila Prabhupada tried his best to go to the West, many people discouraged him. Prabhupada in one of the letters he mentions, I have only seen depression, compression, frustration from my different God brothers. Whenever I tried to, take any help from any of my God brothers, they were always discouraging me. But I did not give up. I kept my determination strong. I went alone to the West, and Krishna has bestowed his blessings, and my spiritual master has blessed me now that so many wonderful centers and devotees are there. So basically it will look like for even God brothers of Srila Prabhupada, when Prabhupada left the Western countries, that why is he doing all these things? So the point is, pure devotees' actions and why they want to do all is that, that Krishna knows that action and Krishna is reciprocating with them. We have to see the pure devotees' actions as transcendental. That's what this whole verse is trying to tell us. We cannot see pure devotees and Lord's position, Lord's activities as ordinary, mundane. No, they are transcendental. So Sati had this wonderful vision. She wanted to correct her father and bring him to the right path. That was her endeavor, to come to her father's house and try to see that her father is right in his understanding. So, but when this was not possible, when she couldn't do this, we see in the later verses that she could not convince her father, she failed in her attempt, so she gave up her body. She will say later on, just like when you have consumed poison, what is the best thing? What doctors do? When somebody is consumed poison, committing suicide, first thing is they try to vomit whatever they consume. Because before that, poison spreads to the body, that has to be vomited. Likewise, Sati also felt, this body I got from you, I'll give it back to you. I don't want this body. So she herself, immolated and then left the body. And this is the whole wonderful description. We'll see more as we go forward. I stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada.